welcome back to Chicken for Breakfast, the podcast where we talk about the basic fundamentals of life in perspective to, well, me. I'm your host, Magic. We got on our Marvel sweatshirt today. We are vibing with it, and we're jumping right back into the A Scout Is series here on Season 2 of Chicken for Breakfast. And we are coming up to a close. Today we are doing Clean. We are actually skipping Brave for right now because I have an idea for Brave. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off, but we do have an idea for Brave, so we are skipping one for right now, and we are doing Clean and the importance of a scout being clean. And I believe that we can all be scouts, and being clean, when I say being clean, you probably think of different things than other people. Some people are, super like neat, super organized, they're germaphobes. Germaphobes probably think when I say clean, I'm talking about sanitization and making sure everything's nice and tidy. And if I say clean, some people might think you gotta have a clean mind. So here in just a few minutes, we are going to dive right into it. But first, I have a couple announcements. First off, here in about a week or two, I believe 2 weeks from now, we will be having a giveaway here on Chicken for Breakfast, so stay tuned to that. We will be having a giveaway, so I'm very excited about it. We are looking for sponsorships as well, and I'm not sure what we're going to do for Chicken for Breakfast once we graduate OMS, but I think we can come up with something for it. So we'll have to see what happens. So as always, thank you for the support, thank you for listening, and as always, let's get right into things. A scout keeps his body and mind fit and clean. He chooses the companies of those who live around him to high standards. Oh, I messed all that up, hang on. He chooses the company of those who live by high standards. There we go. And he keeps his home and community clean. So that's 3 different points within the 1 point. That's 3 different areas that we're going to focus on today. So thanks for tuning in. Number 1, a scout keeps his body and mind fit and clean. And this goes really well with the Scout Oath. There's a part in the Scout Oath that says to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. And that's part of the Scout Oath, and it kind of ties right in. So being healthy goes with being clean. It's like personal hygiene, personal gain. It all helps your mental health. It all helps your mental everything. Exercise does kind of tie in a little bit, so that's great. But we're talking about the mind and the body being clean. So first thing we got to do is, personal hygiene. Like I was just saying, it's very important. Personal hygiene is crazy, and I never really had an issue with that, except brushing my teeth. I really like brushing my teeth. Anyways, so personal hygiene is a very important thing, and taking care of ourselves and all that. That's very important. It's very, very important, and it goes right into things. But also keeping our mind clean. That means provocative thoughts. That means innuendos, jokes. It's really funny. I have a friend who when we talk about jokes and like dirty jokes and everything, he said this is the line, and he's a figure I look up to, so it makes sense. But he said this is the line, that this is the dirtiest joke that I'll go. This is the dirtiest joke that I'll tell, and don't cross that line. It will be good. So that's a respect thing too. But he's like, this is the dirtiest, and it's not really that dirty either. But this is the dirtiest I'll go. Don't go dirtier than that. Out of respect for him, out of respect for yourself, out of respect for everything else. That's just where it was, and I thought that was really cool. I've never had a situation like that occur before, so it was very cool. Keeping ourselves very fit and clean goes a very long way, and yeah, that's all I got for that one. So number 2, he chooses the company of those who live by high standards. This is a crazy one because humans, we're designed, we are created, we are programmed to act like other people. We are meant, some of us are meant to follow, some of us are meant to lead, but we all adapt to our environment. We all adapt to each other's behaviors. We all pick up habits and drop habits and change for people and do things and say things and everything else. Everything that we do is influenced by everything else we might not even see, which is kind of a crazy concept if you ask me. So choosing the company of those that we live by kind of helps us to pick, if we people who have higher standards are obviously probably going to be of cleaner standards as well. But ultimately, we choose the company, and we choose to hang out, and we choose people who live by higher standards. We're probably going to also start living by higher standards, and part of that will attribute to being clean. So, nice little rant for you, but it's literally all in the mind and the brain, and choosing those who are not going to corrupt you or anything like that. So, that's all I got for that. And number 3, he helps keep his home and community clean. This is a big one because this is also kind of ties in what we just said, the whole adapting to our environment kind of thing. So, first of all, I want to shout out to Earth Day. That's April 22nd, because it's very important. It's a very important holiday, especially it's a very important day to Scouts and myself and a lot of people who care about our environment. I'm not like a crazy eco. I don't even know how to say it, but I'm not like I'm for saving our environment one way or another. Is what I'm saying. So, with that being said, Earth Day is April 22nd. So don't litter. That's your PSA. Don't litter, because I was driving to school the other day and I saw a litter crew out, and they were not having a good time. It was cold. It was snowing. And they had to pick up litter, and that's just not fun. And I've also had to pick up litter. We did a road cleanup every day in Scouts. Not every day, sorry. Every year we did 1 or 2 road cleanups a year, and we'd also go to our local fairgrounds after the fair was over, and we'd pick up trash. We'd police the area after every camp out. We'd police the area. We'd make sure there was no trash. We don't like litter bugs. Littering is bad. It's terrible. And it's not great, and it could all be avoided if people would just, not throw trash out the window or keep track of your trash. The way I do it is I keep a trash bag in my car, and then if something happens, if I have trash, I throw it in the trash bag and not out the window. So PSA for you, Earth Day is April 22nd. But back to, let's bring it back in. So that's important because we live in a community, we live in an environment that we're constantly adapting to. So the more people we have keeping it clean, and obviously we'll never get everyone to be clean, and we'll obviously never get everyone to not litter. That would be a great world, but that's a perfect world, and we don't live in a perfect world. So we always adapt, we always adapt, we always enter, we always figure out. So we always adapt to our environment, and that's very important to know. And being clean in our homes, I know some people are very clean freaks. That's the word I was trying to say earlier. Clean freaks. People who they know someone's coming over and they clean every single room in the house, and you're like, they're not even gonna go in that room. And then they're like, well, what do they do? I don't want them to see a dirty house. And that's respectable. I respect that. I respect the hustle. You can take it too far easily doing that, but regardless, it's very important to have a clean home. Same with environments. Not only is it a habit builder, it helps you, keep up on chores like dishes. I hate doing dishes, but I still gotta do them. It helps you keep up on dishes and chores and everything else. Just keeping a clean home makes you look more respectable, and it's just a great habit to be into. And again, think about the younger generation, think about other people you live with. You want them to live in a clean environment too. Unless, they don't want to, then I guess I can't really do much about it. But anyways, that's point number 3. Just keep it clean in your environment and in your home, and don't forget Earth Day. So I believe that's going to wrap it up for us here on Chicken for Breakfast. Like I said, if you haven't already seen the documentary we did this last week, that's why we did not have a podcast. We did a documentary, posted it last week. If you haven't seen it, we'll go ahead and put it right here pretty soon, and go check that out. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Chicken for Breakfast, and it's great that you came by. I appreciate it. this channel will have some pretty big improvements, maybe, possibly, I don't know, I'd like to think so. I guess we'll figure it out, but at the end of the day, I like chicken for breakfast, and I hope you will too.